Hey Nomads!
Hi.
Today we are catching you up on our adventures in Rome. Today we're going to talk about a pretty cool experience that you can have at Vatican City, which is...
Visiting the Pope.
Yeah, getting to see the Pope speak in person. On our last day in Rome, we got the opportunity to go out to St. Peter's Square in the Vatican and do exactly that. Listen to the Pope speak.
And what a rock star he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, the crowd, it was, the energy was so amazing.
Well, I was expecting more of a somber event.
Yeah,
But as it
true.
turns out, it was like a rock concert. Like people singing and dancing in the streets. Well, in the square at least. And yeah, it was quite the atmosphere.
He actually spoke from a balcony that was quite high up, wasn't it? We weren't sure what to expect. I personally thought he was probably going to speak from one of the balconies from St. Peter's Basilica, but that wasn't the case.
No, he suddenly popped out, a little flag popped out off the balcony just to our right. And then there he was.
Il Vangelo di questa domenica
It was a little tough to see him. I mean, it was quite high up.
They did have TV screens around the square so you could see him more clearly. You could see that there was a person speaking up there, but it was difficult to see his face very clearly from the square itself. He spoke for about 15 minutes in Italian. So we're not sure exactly what he said.
With a smattering of Spanish and a couple other languages to address the variety of people in the crowd.
Yeah, it seems he was giving a few shout outs to particular groups who were visiting that he was aware of. I don't even know how many languages he speaks, but it's a lot, right?
I think it might be a prerequisite for all the popes.
Right. It was a really great experience.
We're glad to have experienced it. I mean, we were in Rome for 3 weeks, and it wasn't until the final Sunday that we had the opportunity to go see him because it was out of the country. So yeah, very lucky indeed.
If you do have the chance, we definitely recommend going, irregardless of religion. It was really nice to see people really coming together and just having a really nice time together. It's one of those scenes that unfortunately we don't see enough of these days, in my opinion. Definitely recommend it.
Buona domenica e buon pranzo. Arrivederci.
So after seeing the Pope speak, we had to pretty much go back to our apartment and start packing.
Yeah.
And
It was a fabulous 3 weeks of summer in Rome.
yeah.
Exploring, but unfortunately we had to say goodbye to our cats that we were taking care of for 3 weeks, and we'd gotten quite attached to them.
I know, that's the saddest part.
Yeah.
So here's a little bit of footage of us trying to pack while the cats were around,
Yes, they were
And,
climbing all over our bag.
trying to say goodbye to them. So here you go.
It's always sad to say goodbye to the pets when we come to the end of an assignment. Sorry, I'm speaking really quietly because the owner's back after a long flight, so we don't want to disturb them. We're gonna miss you guys. Miss Princess is up here. Goodbye, Clara. Say goodbye.
So that brings us to the end of our stay in Rome. From there we went to Florence, so we'll probably show you some footage of Florence in some upcoming videos. We hope you have enjoyed this video. If you are interested in knowing more about house sitting, we do have a series about house sitting and how to get into it. Yeah, 3-part series, so if you're interested, we'll link to that down in the description box. And we'll see you in the next one.
Follow.
Subscribe.
Oh, there. Subscribe.
Not follow, subscribe.
Follow on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Bye.
Bye.